There we go. Hello, everyone. This is Karen Jackson, and you are listening to Chat with Sandy and Karen. Today, I'm Karen, and my co-host is
Sandy Bansell.
So smooth. I am always so smooth with the intro. And our special guest today is Mr. Jeremie Gluckman. He is a friend of mine and the corraller of all of the WeVideo ambassadors with WeVideo. Welcome, Jeremie.
Thanks for having me. It's so great to see this podcast grow and that you're all creating multimedia. I love it.
Well, we are just really thrilled to have you. Thank you very much. So we want to talk all things WeVideo and for all levels of people who are interested in WeVideo in the ambassador program. So I'm going to just let you start, Jeremie. How do we become a WeVideo ambassador?
That's a really good question, Karen. And I know you've gone through the process yourself, so you can definitely share your experience as well. So a little over a year ago, WeVideo launched their online community. You can access it at creators.wevideo.com, and it's called the WeVideo Creator Community. And once you're in there, you'll find a bunch of fun activities to both allow you to get to know other WeVideo users, but also get to know our product, and specifically applications of the WeVideo platform and multimedia creation in education settings, all types of settings, whether it's in the classroom or remote. So as part of that program, we have certifications, and you can become a WeVideo bronze, silver, or gold level certified educator. And basically that process will take you on a journey from getting to know our product to creating your own items and assets for your lessons to mentoring others. And that's a big part of the program. As a WeVideo ambassador, you're helping others bring in all kinds of edtech solutions to their teaching to really engage students and drive that deeper learning. So the way to become a WeVideo education ambassador is to join the community and go through our certification program.
Okay. All right. I just popped the link to the creator community in our chat so that any listeners either now or recorded later can come and check it out. I know that I really enjoy being a part of this community because it is well, I know diverse sometimes is overused, but it really is diverse. I mean, as far as people who are teachers and people who are trainers and librarians and people who have written books and people who are just non-authors but just really love the product. And it does, I think it sells itself because it is so easy to use. And I really enjoy it. And I always have enjoyed using it.
That's great to hear. Yeah, with building the community, we really try to lead with our values and inspire others. So that's really the crux of it. And you've definitely been a part of that. And everyone is welcome.
Absolutely.
So I have a quick question, Jeremie. So I say I'm new, but I'm not really new because I've been making videos for my students as an alternative. But I haven't had any trainings. I haven't done any extra certifications because I think with the whole pandemic, it's like, I don't want an extra thing on me. So what is the process? How easy is it for someone like, I think there's many educators like me, probably just glad school is over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, want to be recognized of everything they have done.
That's a really great insight and question. I think this past year has put all of us to the test. And there's no denying that educators have gone above and beyond in so many ways. And so I think that a lot of what has helped us get through this unprecedented and challenging period, and what continues to be an ongoing kind of volatile situation with the global pandemic has been our relationships, has been our communities, people who've shown up with you and for you, sent you a quick message of encouragement, tried to check in, provided a quick tip or blog post or insight or inspiration. I mean, I know I've been, going through the roller coaster of emotions this past year, and it's been those support networks that have really been a huge part of, keeping me afloat. So I think getting to, this concept of this year has been so challenging and we're all burnt out and all of that. I think what I center at the end of the day is relationships and people and making sure that we inspire one another. So to answer your question about how to get started with a tool like WeVideo, I think what you're doing by connecting with Karen, making and considering our WeVideo ambassadors as resources and folks that you can reach out to, ask questions, get involved in the community, and focusing on people and those relationships is a great inspiring place to start. In addition to that, we have an academy, we have our ideas hub, we have our blog, we have a tips and tricks series. If you want to get started with WeVideo, there's definitely a lot of content out there, but I understand what I heard you say is there's also a little bit of overwhelm with all of the different solutions and options. So I would just connect with folks that inspire you and see what they've been doing and really start slow. WeVideo is a robust editor, but it's very easy to use, and it really adds and supports student and educator engagement, and it's really good for that use case.
So it's on Facebook, Twitter, your website, WeVideo website.
Yes, we are on Twitter having conversations with our community. We, of course, have the WeVideo creator community, which Karen shared in the chat. And yes, WeVideo is on social media, on Facebook, Instagram. We're also, if you want to follow company updates and things like that, you can get to know WeVideo on LinkedIn. There are so many ways to stay in touch. And it's really about finding that routine that, doesn't cause digital distraction or overwhelm, but you can engage with our resources and our community on your own terms and in a way that feels, encouraging, nurturing, fun. We love to have fun at WeVideo for sure. So it needs to be fun.
Yeah. Social media, oh my God.
Oh yeah, I get overwhelmed sometimes.
Yeah. The one thing I like also is that there's a I believe it's the Academy, correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremy, where they have tutorials on just bits and pieces and little, like if you want to know a specific skill, you can look there and search for something. So you don't have to watch an 1.5-hour video to learn how to clone a clip or something like that.
Yes,
okay.
That is correct. We have a lot of that content on YouTube as well. A Get Started video is there. And in addition to the certifications track in the community, we have a onboarding track where we curated a lot of those getting started videos and have fun quizzes and things like that. It doesn't take more than an hour to complete. Similarly, the certifications are pretty, while they're robust, you can get through them pretty quickly. We didn't want to, again, contribute to that overwhelm and make it feel burdensome. So they are a really good place to get started. There is in the community.
So what about the company? Where did WeVideo come from? What's the history of the program?
I'm sure, well, Karen, I'm sure you will know more than I, because in real terms, I'm relatively new to the WeVideo community. I mean, I've been helping out for a year and change, but WeVideo has a long history, origins in Europe, offices all over the globe, and we're a small team, but have a huge impact with millions of users. And the company's been around for 10 years and has a really great track record of innovation and is continually listening to customers in both the education space, but also individual content creator, kind of memory maker space, and for marketing and businesses. So a lot of different applications, and the product is continually innovating. But I would say definitely the education space is near and dear to my heart. I was an educator with the Peace Corps in China and have a background teaching media to kids and as part of a program that it was a job I had in college. So I definitely think that the fact that WeVideo has such a strong presence with schools is inspiring to me, at least.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. And you're also a Google partner, correct? Something.
Correct. Yeah, we partner with. Yeah, we are a great fit for Chromebooks, but available across all devices. We do partner with Google for Education and others. You'll find a list of all of our partners on the website.
Okay.
So continually building partnerships, and really we're a great cloud-based video editor. It's available across all devices.
Yeah, yeah, that's what attracted me first. Is I used to use a program that had to be updated all the time, and it was machine-based. And so when I first experienced WeVideo and it was cloud-based, that was really, I thought it was like magical. Just because
it is magic,
all the hard work took place. You know, I do my little thing, I do my edits, and then all the hard work does up there in the cloud. So I just thought that was pretty cool. It was my first real experience.
I can turn the question to you, Karen. What is your, over the years, has been your favorite WeVideo moment?
I think just discovering little tips and tricks. There are aha moments that I've gone through, and when I learned a lot from the other ambassadors. You know,
Oh, great!
Like Bruce Reicher and Jen, and I watch Erica with her green screen stuff, and I learned a lot from them. So I think that the little aha moments along the way, after the first big wow, this can be done in the cloud kind of moment. I really enjoyed it. And when we get back to going to conferences again, I think that it's a good idea for educators, if they're at a conference, to look for WeVideo, because y'all are in all the big ones, at least around Texas and ISTE and other ones.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it'll be great to hang out all together in person someday.
Yeah.
Well, WeVideo has to be in Europe somewhere.
Yes, we have a presence in schools across Europe. Okay. And actually our WeVideo Creator Community Summit this summer has presenters from Italy and other parts of Europe. That event really grew organically based on interest from our network, and reflects our customer base in that sense, that it is definitely a global community. Nice. Well, and Sandy, you're outside of the US, right? And kind of getting started with WeVideo. Curious to hear how that's going too.
How's it going? I mean, I do like it. It's easy. The functionality, record, drop, put in things,
yes, all the things.
All the things. It's so easy. You don't have to think.
It's find things.
Yeah. And then then it's shared automatically to where you want it to go, to your Drive or to YouTube. Otherwise you can see that sometimes you have to save it, and then you have to close your computer, you have to move on, and then you're like, oh my God, where did I save it? Whereas then it's just done. And I do like it. I think it's so easy to use.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear.
I just would like a nice, what do you call it? Adobe fixed
filter. Filter.
Yeah, big. Lots of different filters.
Oh yeah. I feel like Zoom does that. They have the beauty filter, but we can work on that. We have actually a product request forum in the community that you can contribute to, and that would be a welcome recommendation. And I do really think that our summit this summer in July, again, highlighting our amazing community members, all of the WeVideo superstars out there, but also beginners who are taking their time to present kind of what has worked for them this past year across all of the EdTech solutions that they use. And that'll be a great time to find inspiration and kind of participate. And if you register, you'll also have access to over 60 hours of professional development content. We have 68 presenters, keynotes, networking, and again, all of that will be available on demand after the event and can be counted towards your professional development. So if you're feeling that, post-school year burnout, I think this will be a great time to recharge together and again, kind of inspire one another.
I'm going to put that in the comments as well.
Yes, so Jeremy, tell us about this summit. When is it and what's happening?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So the WeVideo Creator Community Summit, this is our second annual summit, will take place in July from the 20th through the 22nd. And it's completely free of charge to anyone who is interested. We're going to have Ken Shelton, Rosa Perez Azaya, and Ray Hugart, who are three kind of prominent education leaders kicking off the 3-day event. So starting with their keynotes in the morning, and then we will have 5 concurrent sessions led and created by our community, for our community. Again, educator-led sessions designed and focused on all kinds of impact areas in education. And you can actually see the agenda now on the event landing page. We also have all the speakers there. Karen is speaking at the event, so that'll be exciting. And everyone's invited, so definitely be sure to join. And I'm excited to see all the inspiring sessions come together and everyone to kind of regroup again after what has been, a roller coaster ride for everyone, for sure.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to be talking about podcasting. Imagine that.
Oh, very cool.
How did you get into that, Karen?
Well, you can actually save recordings as audio-only files. And as a matter of fact, that's what I do. I record this on StreamYard and I edit and WeVideo.
That is very cool.
So it's near and dear to my heart. And yeah, the Creator Summit is really amazing because number one, you don't have to sit there for 36 hours or 24 hours or however long all the hours are, but we can watch them once you register. You can watch them later, which is good. And that way you're not overwhelmed. I know there's just so many different ideas on how to use the product, and it's not a heavy sales pitch. And let's say I don't have an account, or I'm just curious about it. I just want to look at it and see, is there benefit for me to watch along with those things, or?
Yeah, so everyone who attends the summit will get access to an extended free trial of WeVideo for Schools. We're also going to have fun giveaways. So you'll have access to WeVideo as a summit attendee. And the event has really expanded since last year to have 7 focus areas. There are going to be sessions about student engagement, personalized learning, differentiated instruction, deeper learning, blended learning, equity, which is such an important topic, as well as social emotional learning, which I think deserves our attention as well.
Yeah, that's great. I love it when there are strands that you can follow, with certain sessions that kind of fit in with what applies to what you're interested in. So that's great. That's amazing.
Yes, you can definitely curate your agenda and engage however much or as little as you want, because like I said, all of the sessions will be recorded and available to stream anytime.
Great.
Yeah.
So So tell us about Jeremie. So you were in
Oh,
the
yeah.
Peace Corps. When did you go? How long did you stay? Tell us how about the Peace Corps.
Yeah. So I was actually living in DC working in arts education advocacy. I'm a big proponent of creativity in schools, and decided to leave the office and try something a little different and apply to the Peace Corps, which is, for those who aren't familiar, a US government program where other nations will request volunteers to support with different opportunity areas. So I was actually sent to China to work as a university educator in the Western Development Zone in what's considered a mid-sized Chinese city, but really it's like the size of LA, in the city of Guiyang. So a very big city, but considered kind of third tier in China. So I was in Guiyang working at the Guizhou University of Finance and Economics, teaching business to university students. And I had over 700 students and really had to lean heavily on technology in order to do that at scale, running assignments. I was even using a blogging service to collect assignments. And I did a lot of video essays and video projects because a lot of my students were actually from minority communities within China and didn't necessarily speak Mandarin, let alone English. Because I speak intermediate Mandarin Chinese, but there was sometimes a language barrier. So video was a really great way to communicate with students and get them engaged in the content. And I really had to, out of necessity, make use of technology to handle my course load. I was teaching a lot of classes.
Yeah,
They really put me to work.
700 students is bigger than my first school assignment. It's a whole school.
Wow. Yeah. No, the scale of the university was great. And I lived in a place called University Town, where they built a whole new district for educators and students to live, with 7 different college campuses, each housing over 20,000 folks. So everything's at a different scale in China. It was very eye-opening. I think China is a beautiful country, beautiful culture, and I recommend that people visit. It's a really great place.
Yes, I had the opportunity to go in 2016, 17, 18, I don't remember, but to Changsha to do a 2-week
Cool.
teacher camp. I did 1 week we met with middle school students, and then the next week we taught the same thing. It was a STEAM camp, and then we taught the same thing to teachers the second week. And it was it was cute to see how similar middle schoolers are. Because they got a T-shirt and they were into selfies, and
Yes.
it was just so everyone was signing their T-shirts at the end, and I just remember doing that same thing with my 6th graders here in the States. So that was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
No, I think everywhere in the world, a lot of young people and even in schools are using their phones, creating media. I mean, it's the way to communicate with the younger generation. So it's a really great thing to participate in.
Absolutely.
So what's your favorite tool in WeVideo, Jeremie?
Oh, that's a good question. I really like the stock media that is available in the tool. It's sounds like a pretty basic offering, but really it's super robust. You can search all kinds of stock content. Because when you're creating media, sometimes you just need that filler content like B-roll. And it's just such a great thing that when you have a WeVideo subscription, you get access to so much royalty-free, both music and stock content. And you can get very creative with it. So even if you haven't had a chance to go out and record yourself, or when you're just starting out, I know I still have a lot of trouble picking up my phone and just recording myself and feeling good about it. You can get started with some of the media that's already available in the tool, and again, all in the cloud, and it's a great way to get started. So that's my favorite thing about WeVideo.
Yeah, it really is robust. It's, um, I don't know how many millions of clips and
Oh
things.
yes,
Is
a lot
that?
of clips. I could find the exact number in our support center. We have a bunch of documentation about how our product
Cool.
works.
I have one
Yeah.
request. I'm going to make this request, and that's another thing that at WeVideo, there's a place where you can request something like a blur feature or I want spa music background. And now it may already be
Oh,
there. I just can't find it. But I was thinking sometimes in the car, I'll just listen to spa music if I'm really stressed, and as I'm driving, it just takes me to a lovely place when if it's bad traffic or whatever. So I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool to make that kind of a background with a timer or something like that? So that's what
oh,
my next request
absolutely.
would be.
I think
That'd be
kind
fun.
of like what we were discussing earlier, I mean, educators are under immense amount of pressure for many reasons, but students have had quite a challenging past
Yeah.
year and continue to kind of, we're all emerging from the global pandemic kind of changed, but also not. And it feels like no time has passed, but also it has.
Yeah.
And I think one project that comes to mind, and Erica Sandstrom is actually also presenting at the summit. She creates these really cool breathing bubbles with the green screen
Mm.
that are so relaxing. And it's basically a visual that reminds you to breathe. And I think she plays those for her students, does a lot of mindfulness exercises with them. And it's a benefit also to, grown-ups who can definitely, like you said, find those moments to breathe, recharge, and relax. I'm not. She'll be able to help you find some of that relaxing music that she uses.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are very effective.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So
So we're always connecting. So that's my role. I'm always connecting people, always helping out. So if anyone has any questions, definitely get started in the community, and I'll be there adding content regularly and really just here to help. So I'm excited to meet everyone.
it sounds like fun. I'm going to look into the summit later on this evening.
Mm-hmm.
But okay,
Definitely
so
try to fit it in. It's going to be a lot of fun.
yeah, so WeVideo has been out for 10 years, but I think there's other products that are similar. I think one of them I can think of straight away is Screencastify. I used anything and everything just so it works. But I mean, I definitely use WeVideo. I'm not doing the selling point here, but I have.
No. I mean, we're just having a conversation.
Why is WeVideo better than, say, other things that are similar out there for educators? What do you think?
My attitude with technology is, again, use what you're comfortable with. Be part of the communities that inspire you. At the end of the day, if you're connecting with people that keep you energized and keep you going and keep you excited about the work that you're doing, it doesn't matter what tools you're using. It's about the impact that you're having. So I'm more about people first, and technology is an afterthought. We can obsess for hours about all the features and compare pricing, and that's really not so much what I'm interested in. I think WeVideo is one option among others, and I would say it's one of the few tools that is a robust editor and multimedia creation platform in the cloud. So that's the Cliff Notes version. I think we're constantly innovating, and actually have a new screen recorder for Chrome called the WeVideo for Schools Quick Recorder. So if you haven't had a chance to try that out, it's available to everyone on an education plan. And a really great way to quickly capture your screen, create a quick instructional video, and students can make use of that as well. So I would say if there's one thing that has been exciting about being part of the WeVideo team is the constant innovation.
As Jeremie was saying, I've used so maybe I can speak to you, Karen.
Mhm.
I've used Screencastify and WeVideo, and I can say that WeVideo has been the most simplest and easiest to use. And as I was saying earlier, and to share, where I found it difficult with Screencastify and maybe one or two others. So I've stopped using those. WeVideo has been my thing because it has been easy.
I think WeVideo has its place as a screen recorder, and it has different features. But did I say Screencastify or WeVideo on this little area here? But anyway,
I actually
WeVideo.
cut out there for a minute.
Oh, okay.
I kind of dropped off. I don't know where the
Yeah, we
conversation was
noticed.
gone.
We were going on. But
Okay.
I did want to jump in and say what I like about WeVideo is that it is so much more. I mean, it has the screencasting capability for those that have the subscription, but it also has the music and more robust editing features and special effects and green screen. And, it's more a video editor program, whereas Screencastify is a screencasting program. It does its thing, but WeVideo does screencasting and all this other stuff. So it has a little more tools to it that I like to use. So to me, that's how it's different and better.
Yeah, and I would add that a lot of the ways that WeVideo is set up lends itself well to the multimedia creation and has applications beyond, again, just a simple screencast, in a sense that it is a great tool for anyone looking to engage their students, amplify their voice on any device, and really sustain that engagement on an ongoing basis in any setting. Also drive that deeper learning and those higher cognitive skills, because it does have that robust feature set. It's really a great way for students to become creators. Also, the social emotional learning piece is really important. I think multimedia creation allows students and teachers to reflect in meaningful and personal ways through video. And we also have a real-time collaboration feature that allows students to build relationships and communicate with one another in the tool, which is really cool. And then, of course, we aspire to be an equitable company where our mobile apps and our safe and secure browser apps are available across all devices and allow for equal access to education technology for all. So it's really trying to take it to the next level in terms of the place of multimedia in education. Wow.
I mean, Jeremy, if it hasn't sold anyone yet, you've certainly sold it to me.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, I hope I'll see you in the community. We can all be friends. And again, I'm just a message away. There's so many ways to get in touch. I'm on Twitter. You can definitely follow @WeVideo. And again, get involved in the community because that's where all the fun happens. And I'm excited to stay in touch.
Well, thank you very much for your time with us and explaining how the Ambassador Program works, how we can also join the summit and get involved with the community. I think if anything we have learned from the pandemic is how strong social media is and the global networking of educators coming together and helping each other out. And it's been amazing. I mean, Karen and I across the seas, across the ocean, have communicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so great to hear. And thanks for all you do. Thanks for all the ways you've supported educators this past year and beyond. And I mean, your students are so lucky to have you. And it's been an honor working with both of you today. And I can't wait to keep in touch.
Well, hope to see or hear from you again, Jeremy. Maybe tell us about the summit and how it went.
No, yeah, I'll see you there. It's gonna be a blast.
Okay. Thank you to all our listeners. Bye. Thank you to all our listeners. listeners who have been listening to Jeremie at WeVideo and Karen and myself. And you can find all our previous podcasts, including this special one, at ChatWSK1 and Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. And you can also find us on all major podcast stations. Bye.